that I've had a fanboy moment when Masan had come out and he had tweeted some fabulous things about the film and my performance, and I just had a moment that he saw the film. He saw the film. I cook Maggie, I can make tea, I can make cold coffee.
Oats.
And I can make this oats smoothie, the VK oats smoothie that we made today.
I think Vicky sitting next to me is already a very different show. People who have very busy lifestyles, we are focusing on them and how they are such important a kind of a tool to tell the people that breakfast is a very important meal. And I think when I was looking at Vicky's transformation for roles, I said, you know what, this makes the show totally different. I think adding fruits is very important, but I also figured out one thing, because being from Indian heritage and cooking in the world, our flavors are so different that within the oats, even if I'm cooking for Americans, and this is a very American grain, when I use Indian tadkas and everything, it's a whole different level. Even when you're developing products, so you can do, bisi bele bhat, you can do kheers, you can do pulaus, you can do biryanis with oats, which is amazing because you're not restricting, you're just substituting your rice grain with oats grain. Sometimes the consistency is different, but if you use the whole grain oats, you can also achieve very similar consistency with much more benefits than not just being carbs. It has fiber, it has proteins, which is amazing.
The strangest food I've tried is grasshoppers, which were very surprisingly the cracking grasshoppers. Correct. They were stunningly delicious and very the texture was amazing, and I was very surprised. I was like, wow.
I was trained classically, and जो बड़ों ने खाना सिखाया सड़कों से खाना, तब तो YouTube ने जब खाना शुरू किया था, तो I learned one thing, the virtue of cooking, the most important part of cooking, the ingredient जिसे कहते हैं अगर इसे बोले, वो है patience while you cook. Even when I was cooking figs, I saw that the flame is not the right, but we let it cook on very low flame to bring the, देखो निम्मी आंच कहते थे इसको, which is like you've got to get the flavors, the right due. प्याज बेशक भून रहे हैं, बेशक आप मीट बना रहे हैं, बेशक वेजिटेबल्स बना रहे हैं. This is a very important. Of course, I understand stir fries and high temperature searing, but this is also a very important virtue of Indian cooking when you're simmering the things with sauces.
It depends on the film that I'm doing and the character that I'm going to play. My diet maneuvers around it, but mostly it's घर का खाना, और then extreme cheating भी होती है, but then घर का खाना primarily.
जो मिल जाए.
Correct.
And I feel because with my lifestyle, I cannot be so choose. When you're doing too many different time zones, so मैं कहता हूँ जो मिल जाए. I think food for thought for me, for Vicky, would be that keep reinventing. Okay, you've got to be born again. Every character with him, with the release, that character dies, he gives a new birth to a new person, which is not a cloned character. It's something which is thought-provoking. I think his thought is very powerful, which I can't live that thought because I have to recreate dishes.